most ancient of the Scions, created in opposition to Halmond the Arbiter and Scion of Light, tasked with keeping watch over the world with the authority to judge the value of all things. As he watched, unseen, unknown, his attachment to the world dwindled and faded until it was nothing. Fitting that he would desire to make the world, too, as nothing. Yet, he fell in the war against the gods and was thwarted, imprisoned in punishment for his heresy.
Hey guys, my name is Haku. Welcome to my channel. Today, we are playing Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age, and we're going to run through how to get the Esper Exodus, the Judge-Sal. I am playing this game on PC, and I have a lot of aesthetic mods installed, along with some quality of life mods to improve my playing experience. Despite having mods like the Insurgent packs installed, I have not enabled anything that changes how the game plays. The only mods enabled on these Insurgent mods are quality of life ones, UI, and of course, camera controls. So even if my game looks a bit different, our experience will still be largely the same. You can check out the Google Sheets link down in the description to see what mods I am using. Please don't forget to support the modders and show them some love. Alright, let's get into the video. Exodus is not really a difficult Esper to obtain. He's not the weakest, but I do think he should be a bit stronger. The fight itself is underwhelming and is by far the easiest optional Esper to obtain next to Adramelech and Belias. Though do bear in mind that you would still need to have an average party level of at least 40. Unlike Cuchulainn, the prerequisites to fight Exodus is far simpler and less time consuming. The only thing you need to do is fix the gate at the entrance to the Phon coast.
It would seem we made the right choice. If we'd taken the easy way and come by airship, one of those patrols would no doubt have been quick to roll out the red carpet. We're on the Empire's doorstep now, so we shouldn't have to worry quite so much. But that's no excuse to get sloppy. It is still a long road to the capital.
You will have to do this for the story anyway, but for the sake of the video, let's guide you through how to go about fixing that gate. At the Salika Wood, once you have passed through the Living Chasm and into the Phon coast, you will see a Moogle pacing back and forth. Talk to him to learn that he has 9 lazy apprentices who are goofing off on the job. You are now tasked with finding these 9 apprentices inside the Salika Wood. Luckily for us, their locations are already marked on the map. So, return to the Living Chasm and head first into the Garden of Decay. How you get there is up to you, but just make sure you use your map because it is very easy to get lost in this area. I finished this game multiple times and I still get lost in the Salika Wood. Once at the Garden of Decay, you will be able to immediately round up 4 apprentices. Five to go. Your next destination is the Trunkwall Road. Once there, you'll round up 2 more. Lastly, head into the Path of Hours to round up the final 3 apprentices. Make sure to accept the offer to return to the gate with them. The gate will then be repaired and you may now go to face Exodus. But not so fast. At this point in the story, you are probably not ready to face him just yet, so feel free to advance the story or grind levels until you are ready. Now, this is where the real quest begins. Let's start with preparations. Start your side quest off in the babbling vale of the Mesphoran highways. First off, your party must consist of a damage dealer, a red mage, and a white mage. Let's start with equipment before going into gambits, since only 1 item is needed. Make sure you have an opal ring and equip it to your red mage. This will make it so that your magic attacks won't bounce off of Exodus while Reflect is active. For your other 2 characters, just use the best equipment you have now. Exodus nullifies the use of items, which shouldn't be much of a hindrance since at this point in the game, you should be relying more on magic now anyways rather than items. Now for gambits. You don't need an extra loadout for this fight, just make some slight tweaks to your main loadout. It doesn't matter what your damage dealer has, just make sure he is constantly on the offensive. For your red mage, the only thing needed is a black magic gambit. In my case, Fyraga. Make sure it is turned off for now. The rest of the gambit should look like what you're seeing on screen. This is my main loadout. We have the same case for the white mage, where the only tweak you would need to make is adding a protect and shell gambit, which should also be turned off for now. That's it, you're ready to face the Esper. To be fully transparent and avoid confusion, I won't be cutting anything out of this segment. This way, you won't miss a beat. Just do as I do. At the Babbling Vale, begin by talking to the learned man standing in front of the Shrine of the Northwest Wind. Respond to all of his questions positively. Then, turn your camera around to see the caravaner standing next to a wooden crate and talk to him to learn about the chocobo. Next, touch the Shrine of the East Wind. Then, the Shrine of the Northeast Wind. Then the Shrine of the South Wind. Once all 3 shrines are active, head into the Rays of Ashen Light via the northeast exit. Once there, turn left into the newly created path to obtain the Stamp Technic and the Blood Sword. Stamp is guaranteed, but the Blood Sword is an 80% spawn chance, so if you don't get it, feel free to zone in and out until you do. Those are the only treasures that are noteworthy. Interact with the Chocobo and give it a Gisso Green to ride it. If you don't have one, you can head back into the Babbling Vale to purchase one. Head into the Empyrean Way. Immediately turn right and just follow the path to the Skyreach Ridge. Dismount the Chocobo at the west exit of this area to head back into a cut-off section of the Babbling Vale. Touch the Shrine of the West Wind. After that, interact with the big boulder to knock it down and gain access to the camp. Lastly, touch the Shrine of the Northwest Wind. You now have access to the Empyrean Sea, where Exodus awaits. Before returning to the Skyreach Ridge, make sure you save your game. Head for the Empyrean Sea through the Skyreach Bridge. Alright, before heading up, turn your Shell and Protect Gambits on to buff your party before the fight. Use Cura to heal if applicable. Once ready, proceed. I will let the battle play out in full as usual. The first thing you need to do is have your party leader positioned behind Exodus. Exodus likes to cast Scathe, which is an AoE attack. Positioning your leader here will take his attention away from your mages for a short amount of time, and if he casts Scathe, your mages will be able to heal you instantly. At 20% health, Exodus becomes immune to physical attacks and will cast Reflect, rendering offensive magic useless. Before this happens, try to finish him off with a Quickening Chain.
Not a chance.
Here goes! Here goes! It ends now.
I managed to succeed in finishing him off before that could happen, but let's take a quick look at what you will need to do in the event that you do not. Once the immunity is up, go into your menu and turn off all attack gambits. Then turn on your Red Mage's Firaga Gambit. Make sure the opal ring is equipped. Don't forget to turn off the spell like I did. Have your Red Mage hammer down Exodus until he drops. Move around to reduce the impact that Scathe can do to your party. Now that you have Exodus, you can assign him to someone on your license board. Assigning him to your Foe Breaker will net you 4 magic lore licenses. If Bushi, you will get additional 500 HP. Another great option would be to assign him to your Red Mage for access to heavy armor. For this video, that is what we're gonna go with. Exodus's ultimate move is Meteor, which is a non-elemental AoE attack. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little late to be doing these types of videos, but I've always wanted to do these, so I won't let being late stop me from doing so. It is simply a passion project. If you want a written guide, linked below is the guide I use from GameFAQs user Bobbert WABC. Again, don't forget to support him and the modders, and I'll see you in the next video, where we will take on Zalera, the Death Seraph.